But if you're buying for content consumption, buy it. 1129 you get side mounted fingerprint scanner, which is I thought this will be a good phone because you have like 108 megapixel camera. Hello guys, welcome to our channel Reviewing Indian. So today I'm going to do a very short review of a new smartphone which came into market like a few months back. So this is my new Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. So I have this 6GB variant which I bought for around 20,000 rupees, and I just wanted to review because I didn't buy it for review. Basically I just bought it as my backup phone because I have a Galaxy S20 FE from Samsung with me, 5G model, and my wife has an iPhone 12 with which I am now shooting the video. So I wanted a backup phone because Samsung had some issue with the screen, it got cracked and I had to replace it. So I thought I'll buy a new phone as a backup. So I thought this will be a good phone because you have like 108 megapixel camera and all the stuff. And I want to talk about few things. It won't be a very long video because you guys want to quickly understand what's happening. So I'm not gonna do editing and all. This is going to be an unedited and unplanned video. So let me talk about the good things first. So I bought this phone with 6GB RAM version, 128GB storage, and it has like micro SD card expansion. Everything is good. So coming to the good part, the main good part is basically the screen. So screen is really good. You get 120 Hz refresh rate AMOLED screen, which is really good, and it gets pretty bright and it is pretty good. So one good part is screen. So one thing I would like to add when I talk about the screen is the screen brightness. So this one gets 1200 nits auto brightness. So when I'm using outside, even this Galaxy screen doesn't get that bright enough and you might struggle, but this one gets enough bright so that you can actually use it in the sunlight, which is a really good thing. So screen is good. And so let's try the brightness of the screen. This is Redmi Note 11 Pro. We are entering into a very sunny. You can see that it takes a bit, but it kind of becomes very visible now. You can see that. You see, I'm not sure whether I can capture it on the screen, but it's very visible actually. So screen is good, and even it plays like you can play good videos in Netflix. I didn't face any issues. I didn't bother about all the certification, but I have all the streaming services connection, so I've been using it, and it's like a good quality content I can watch, and it feels like high quality. So that's a good point about the screen. Another good part is basically the speakers. I'm a big fan of this speakers. Like, it's very loud and it's Dolby Atmos tuned apparently, and it's pretty good actually. The sound is clear, crisp, and it sounds deep. I've never used such a phone with such a good speaker, so I love the speakers. Another good thing I would like to talk about is this thing. You can see this. You have a 3.5mm jack. I don't use it because I've already switched to wireless earphones and buds. But if you want more good quality, analog input or output, you can use this. So that's a good thing. And the speakers also, you can see that it's kind of symmetrical and the output is pretty good. Then the haptic feedback also good. They say it has like Z-axis vibration motor, and it's pretty good. One more thing I wanted to add was this doesn't have a in-display fingerprint scanner. So you get side mounted fingerprint scanner, which is fast, but I would have preferred in-display fingerprint scanner for easy usage, because when you are kind of keeping the phone like this, you can easily use with this thumb, but now you have to use the side button as a fingerprint scanner. So that is one okayish thing, but it's fast enough. Then so that part, so good screen, good speakers, and I'm happy with it. Another good thing when I talk is basically the battery life. So this is a monster. So you get 5000 milliampere hour battery along with, I'll show you. Yes, 5000 milliampere hour battery with this 67 watt charger, which is good. First of all, the battery itself is pretty good. So I usually keep it at 60 hertz, and when I keep the display at 60 hertz, at the end of the day, like morning, you take it out of the plug at around 7 a.m. and when you come back from office and when you kind of look at the phone, you are like at close to 50% of the battery, so which is really good. And even when I'm using hard, because I'm a power user, I keep it using all the time. Even when I was using really hard, I end up the day with 30-40% easily. So the battery life is superb. Then the charging, so again 67 watt charger, and I've never tried charging from zero because I do not abuse the phone. So I kind of usually charge when the power is at around 20%, 25%. So the initial charging speed is good, and if I see around 45 minutes to 50 minutes it take for like full charge, when that's what they say when you are like at zero. But when I keep it from 20 to 100, it takes like 35 to 40 minutes max, and the first few percentage, for example, when I just kept it at 29% and I just went had some water and came back, it was like 39%. Let's do a test actually. So let's see how fast it can charge. I'm not going to go for like 100%, but let's see. It's at 55%. You can see that now time is 11:29 and I'm turning on the charger. 11:29, 55%, and we will see in 10 minutes time. Okay, now it's been 11 minutes since I charged, so you can see the charging is 75%, so that means 20% in 11 minutes. So that's how fast the charging is actually. The charging is super fast, so I'm really happy, and this made me feel like I never had to be worried about the battery. So the battery life is superb. If you're careful, you can use it as a like 1.5 day or 2 day phone. So really good. So screen is good, the speakers are good, the battery life is superb, the charging speed is good. Then I would like to talk now about the okay things basically. So this has 5G 695 Snapdragon processor, and it is okayish because I am not a big fan, because my Galaxy S20 FE 5G, which is this one, it has, if I'm right, 865 5G chip, and this is much smoother. And I'm not a gamer, so I don't usually play games, but even when I tried gaming, it was okay, and even in normal use I felt some stuttering. So maybe I'll just put the screen graph from that. It kind of sometimes struggling, you know, when you're doing so many tasks together, and the screen rotation, and you know, sometimes it's gets stuck. So I'm not a big fan of the performance. It's okay. So if you're looking for performance and pure gaming, don't go for this. Then software is also a good thing. Not a big fan of like MIUI, but it feels better than when I had like Note 8, you know, Redmi Note 8. So the software is okay, and immediately after I bought the thing, I got a software update, and it feels okay. Sometimes it feels like a stock Android, and there are some, you know, addition. The big point, or which I don't like much, is, you know, many people have already talked about, is basically the bloatware. There are so many apps which you have to sit there and uninstall. But some apps like, you know, cleaner and all the stuff which you cannot uninstall, it stays there, Mi Shop or something like that. I don't like it. But the performance and software experience is okayish. So that's okay part. Coming to the bad part, which I'm really not, you know, I'm really kind of disappointed, because this has this 108 megapixel thing, they call it like AI camera, triple camera, and 108 megapixel, and if I'm right, then 8 megapixel, then there is a useless 2 megapixel piece of crap. Even the 108 megapixel kind of goes to pixel binning, and if I'm right, around like, you know, it's kind of like 16 or 12 megapixel. I don't even bother because the camera quality is bad. So first of all, the speed is okay, it clicks pretty quick, but the quality is pretty bad. It doesn't have optical image stabilization, which is extremely important when you're taking pictures or videos, and the picture quality is bad. There is shake, and you know, if it shakes, you can't take good pictures, and the overall picture quality, even in daylight condition, is average okayish, and in low light conditions, or when there is a high dynamic range is required, it's really bad. I installed Google Cam, and it kind of improved the performance, but still I'm really sad that this one has a very the wrong phone. This one has a useless camera system, because I used to have like DSLRs and my iPhone 12 and this phone, so I love photography and this is useless for me. And without OIS means you don't get good stabilization when taking camera, and it is limited to 1080p 30 fps. I'm paying 21,000 rupees, and other phones like if you say like Pixel 3 XL, it had a better camera. Now if you can buy it now, even it makes sense, because I had Pixel 3 XL and it has one of the best cameras in the market, and I still feel it has good camera. But this one is crappy, so don't go for it. And 108 megapixel mode is there, you can use it, but it takes a bit of time to capture. And even if you capture, you can zoom in. That's the only point. You can kind of zoom and get some detail, but it's still not worth. So I'll show some images here, and if you like, you can go, but I don't recommend that. This is my overall experience. So I've been using it as my backup phone. I will kind of download stuff. So for media consumption, I like it because it is like the screen, beautiful screen, and the refresh rate is good, then the battery is good, and the speakers are good. So if you're using it for media consumption, this phone is really good. And if you're using it, or if you're planning to use it for gaming, it's not good. And if you're using for some good software experience, it's okay. And if you're buying this phone for camera, do not buy. This phone is crappy. And talking about other stuff, talking about the build quality, you get Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the back and front. I think it is basically a side panelless plastic, but it feels pretty hefty to hold, and it feels heavy. The build quality, I don't have any problem. It feels good. And then talking about the connectivity, it's okay. I have this you must have seen my video, Redmi I have nothing earphones which I connected. At times it struggles to connect, but otherwise it's okay. Even if it's connected, there are some misconnection and all, but it's okay. And when I connect with my 458BT, the wireless headphones from Zenith, then also there is some struggling, but it's okay. It's not like great issue. But camera bad. But if you're buying for content consumption, buy it. This is a good phone, and this will last. I think they will give you like two main updates and maybe 3 years of software support, I believe. And then that's okay. So, but don't buy for camera, because I wanted to warn you guys, because you guys might be seeing like it's a 108 megapixel phone and you might be rushing to buy it for 20,000 rupees. It's not worth as a camera for the money. My only wish is that if they had put like 2,000, 3,000 rupee extra, if they have charged, and put a better camera software, or even the OIS, if they have put, it would have been better. So that's my review, and if you have any comments or suggestions, just leave it below. And if you like the video and if you feel it's useful, just leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And sorry for the camera quality, because I just want to put a very quick video for you guys before you guys buy. So thanks for watching, and wait for more exciting content.